And then I said, "Fuck you." What the fuck is
Yeah,
going
I
on?
know.
Hey, everybody, welcome to Lesser Saints Discord.
Oh, hi guys. How's
uh,
everyone doing?
I'm Jables. Rimshee's here. Barr's
I
here,
exist.
standing in for Sir. Sir's sick. So,
I'm the other deep voice guy, as usual, being your substitute teacher on the internet.
yeah.
Like I keep telling those high school kids, put those doobies out while class is on.
Dooby-dooby-doo. I smoke you. And I get really high. No, how's your guys' week? How's your Thanksgiving? Rimshee?
My Thanksgiving was pretty decent.
Nice. I
Nothing
had
too
an
special,
experience.
just pretty decent.
I had an experience on Tuesday that I believe in trigger warnings now. I think.
Yeah, you told me about that. That's not something we're talking about on the show, but yeah, I get it.
Barr, I'll tell you after the show, I guess.
Yeah, it's one of those things where
I'm okay with talking about it on the show, but like, if you don't want it.
No, Jables, what you need to do is you have to make an after show for the Patreon user. And then you tell the story.
we need to have a Patreon.
We have talked about doing a pre-show for the Patreon.
Oh, a pre-show.
Yeah. And maybe an after show. I don't know.
But we'd have to have a Patreon, and we'd have to have people paying the Patreon and all that fun stuff.
Not just throwing loose change at you guys.
And right now, we have 2 viewers, Jables and myself.
Barr, you're not even watching?
No, because I got an echo thing. Surprisingly
you
enough.
muted. You should at least have the chat up. I understand if you're watching.
There.
Yeah, I've got it up both on Twitch and on YouTube. Both the places we're streaming to.
Yeah, you gotta make it count. Gotta make that ad revenue rain in. Look,
yeah,
fine.
the YouTube algorithm. You need people watching. No, I just have the chat up for YouTube because I've got it open in Studio.
No, basically, you guys are just those strippers working the pole while the clients are still not inside the club.
Yeah, of course.
That happens.
No, it's
for the love of the game.
I actually, Portland, Oregon is a great example of that. Portland, Oregon is known for having like the most strip clubs per capita, but a lot of those strip clubs are just bars with like one stripper in the corner.
Basically,
dancing.
Just practice. She's not even stripping. She's just stretching. It's just basic.
Yeah.
She's just getting her steps in. Like she'll take everything.
She's doing a different type of hot yoga.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
No, what you need to do is you need to make a strip club. You need to decorate it exactly like the back rooms.
Yeah. Yeah, you need a lot of black leather couches. You know what I'm saying?
70s wallpaper.
Yeah.
Smells like cigarettes and regret in here.
Yeah, just like my apartment. By the way, Barr, I do want to ask you, can I consider myself a canceled comedian now? Because I've been...
Oh, you've been canceled in my heart for years now, Jables.
I know, but I'm banned from performing at a club.
Yeah,
now.
you're one of those edgy banned comedians now, for sure.
Yeah.
I have had milk it for all you can.
I'm thinking about trying to do that.
Oh no, you absolutely have to. Always lean into the bit. Come on.
Yeah.
Like, don't go full, oh, woe is me.
Yeah, that's the worst thing.
Yeah.
No, I would go entirely saying the truth. Those club owners totally justified in banning me from performing. I was an asshole and rude to them. That's fine.
I thought that's what comedians did.
Yeah,
Gee.
and then, but the problem that I have is that they didn't tell me, and I already paid for like an Uber to go up there.
Yeah, that's kind of like your bosses fire you, but don't let you know. Then you show up to work, and they're like, "What are you doing here?" Like,
they're cowards.
Here. No, you.
They're cowards for canceling the show.
Mm-hmm.
They're cowards for canceling you. But, I mean, that's still somewhat justified. Other circumstances, I would agree, absolutely justified. This one, not so much.
Actually,
and then they're cowards for not telling you.
No, you know what it is? It's when you meet up with a girl, you hang out all day, you make out, and at the end of the day, she breaks up with you. She waits.
Yeah, you have a great time. You pay for dinner. You pay for the movie. You pay for the hotel
drive
room.
Home. Yeah.
And on the drive home, she hops out of your car or out of the taxi or whatever. Thanks, I had a great time, but I think we should see other people.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. And
Shut
also,
up, wife, you're stuck with me.
Also,
sorry.
Contrary to belief of anybody that knows me, my comedy is actually pretty clean.
Hell, I helped you work on your election joke. That would have been awesome had they actually had a show.
Allowed you, yeah.
Yeah, I forgot it. I forgot about that election joke already. I've had a lot of stuff going on lately.
Justifiably, you forgot about that. But like, it was gonna be a decent joke. And
can you remind me of it a little bit?
Ballot on stage.
Oh, yeah.
That took 3 words to remind you.
Yeah. The bit was I was going to bring up an old ballot that I didn't use in the past, so as the host, I have to do like all sorts of announcements and stuff. So like I have index cards talk about like parking and shit like that. And the last thing I was going to pull up was I was going to pull like an old ballot out from behind me. I was like, okay, so when were we supposed to mail these in? And that was going to be like a week after the election. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
No,
yeah, it would have been a fun way to start the show if they weren't fucking pussies and closed the club that night.
And then we figured out recently you could have followed that up with, is it still good if it's from 2020?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You have the same earbuds that I do.
What,
Nah,
the Tozo T6s?
No, they're not.
What do you have?
I don't know, some Chinese crap. It's probably spying on me.
Yeah, Tozo
I
T6.
have the same shit, just under a different name.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like to put them on while I'm in bed listening to a podcast
So,
or an audiobook.
A real quick thing. The difference between these and my normal ones is, here, I'll pull out the other earbud. These go pretty far into the ear.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas these don't.
Yeah, mine are like the stubbier ones, and they keep popping out because I don't have cauliflower ears, but those kind of they're being a little bit affected.
Yeah, like my biggest issue
they usually
is
don't stick that kind of earbud in for too long. have to actively
wish...
keep putting pressure, or they pop out.
Yeah, I wish I had these with the longer stem of these. That's the only feature that I wish these had that these do have.
I mean, we kind of say, all these fancy new gadgets. But like, you tried them on and like, oh, this is great. I don't get my cable snagged. Well,
yeah. I used to hate the idea of Bluetooth headset because why would I want something corded? Or why wouldn't I want it to... Why would I want to have something that has to have its own battery charged? Yeah. At some point, I went with the LGs that went around the neck, and they were wireless, and that became the thing where it's like, it just goes right back up in. The case is around your neck the whole time. I like those. I really like them. I would go back to them if I had them, partly because the battery life lasted forever on them. And especially since we've got the technology that can keep this thing powered for hours while in use, having something around the neck like that, you could put so much more battery in it. The main issue with it...
I used to have those LG ones too, and I loved them.
Yeah.
But
I agree.
Here, the main thing why I like the earbuds a bit more is because I'm never like a 2 earbud guy. I always keep one ear open because I live in.
No,
I've done a lot of sketchy.
Oh, I do the same thing.
No. I don't walk around the middle of. Yeah.
So I have like a rolling. So like an earbud will last like 8 hours. And then I swap it out for the other one, and that's another 8 hours.
Oh no, never outside the house. I need my ears to keep my situation low.
Yeah. Like right now, I've got one in and one not. But even with the LGs around the neck, you pull it out, you put it in your ear, and you can leave the other one open. And it wasn't reaching up to hit the thing. It was, you go here, you hit the call, you hit the volume, you hit the search. Had buttons. That's probably the part that I miss the most about them.
It's a problem that I have with a lot of major phones now. Where are the buttons? I want buttons.
Like there's 3 buttons. There's volume, power. Yeah. That's all you see. Now, admittedly, I'm okay with that on a phone because it's not me, it's literally me visualizing what I'm trying to do on there. So it being on the screen is not as big of a deal. Having the volume be buttons on the side, I can adjust it while it's still in my pocket. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Honestly, my biggest issue with those LG ones was when you, if you pulled out the earbud, specifically the ones that were retractable.
Yeah.
You pulled out the earbud and you went a little too hard. You could break the wires and it just fucked it up. Why didn't make the damn thing just a little bit thicker so that you can accommodate a bit of steel cable in there that when you pull it out, the strain is taken up by the steel cable.
Also, have a little less resistance on the retraction thing. You know, like just a little bit. Yeah, because I remember I got a pair of those first day. I just like pulled it and it's instantly just first day at him. Hadn't even heard how the audio sounds yet, and like just.
Although now,
fuck.
This conversation reminded me that I should probably put buds in to just not put the sound on, so people think I can't hear them. Probably not gonna hear some wild shit on the bus.
Yeah, that's one. Like I said, that's one of the things I like about this. It has audio pass through, so I can put those in and still hear everything around me and just be like, I'm ignoring everyone.
Oh yeah, it's like an awareness mode sort of thing.
Yeah, ambient sound mode or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Raycon calls it like awareness mode. So like you can have your headphones, but you can also hear shit around you.
Yeah.
And then there's also
those earpieces that stimulate your hyoid bone or whatever it is through vibration instead of traditional speakers, so joggers can go run and still be aware of like car noises and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, but like
Oh,
they
tech can be
recently
useful.
just
Like,
implemented a rule at my work within like the
no.
last 6 months that you're not allowed to wear headphones on both ears when you're walking around. And I'm
So nothing
yeah, of
changes for
course.
you.
Yeah, because
You're used to
no,
it.
they're talking about like the big headphones, like cans, you know.
Yeah. Over ear, not
Um,
in ear.
Now you go, no. You misunderstand. These are not earphones. These are hearing protections for when the shooting starts. What?
Yeah,
You know, the shooting.
you know,
You know,
every
they-
year
Like,
they
because I'm
they
not
have
allowed
us-
to have a suppressor.
They every year at my work they have us go through like this little training video of what to do if there's an active shooter at work.
Oh no! Oh no!
Dude, my sister's boyfriend
I'm looking
had
I'm
an
looking
active
at,
shooter at his work. And he
Yeah.
didn't happen to be there at the time.
Yeah, and I watched that video and I look around the little room that I'm in.
Mhm.
I'm in a room. There's only one door.
Mhm.
So I'm thinking like, what do I do? Like, do I stay in the room and like figure out a way to keep the door shut?
Mhm.
Do I leave? Do I just
What's
walk
your
home?
visibility to the outside?
Mhm.
0. No windows.
And
No,
your
they-
best
no,
bet
what
is
I- like-
probably hide behind the silicone injection molding machine.
I mean, not to be too grim about it, was like, statistically speaking, the shooter's gonna watch the same videos you did because he was forced into those
Yeah.
training scenarios too. Like, he knows everything you know.
I have set up stuff in a certain way that I have hiding spots.
Mm.
Concrete
Corners,
but also
pillars,
my
other coworkers.
I can get out of the workplace in about 5 seconds. So
Y2K. Y2K. We did the active shooter safety thing like 3 times a year, and I got a talk to by HR when I joked that the only good thing these did was let me know where everyone was gonna be.
Yeah, but
Yeah, fair
that's unironically, that's what's gonna happen.
That's the reality.
'Cause,
Also,
more often
if
than
there
not,
was-
active shooters work at these places. It's kind of why they want to shoot up the place.
if there was an active shooter, I also know that they're not going to come for me because I don't socialize with a lot of people at my work.
Yeah, you haven't given them a reason to catch Schlatt in the face.
Well, they're not
I
gonna
work in a- I work in a
specifically
room-
come
I
for
work
you.
in a windowless room by myself, and I just. I don't
Yeah,
step
yeah.
they're
on
not
people.
gonna specifically come for you. If they see you as a target of opportunity, maybe.
Yeah, so that's where I have my dilemma. Do I leave work and just go home and then text my boss? Like, hey, I just went home. I'm fine. Or do I stay, like, hunkered down in my little room?
Can you imagine some poor guy gets fired for dipping out of work during an active shooter situation?
They would dare.
No, that's you say that.
I'd sue
Where
the
was-
shit. I would.
where was
I,
Johnny
that is
this?
they. I would sue the shit out of them if they fired me for that.
Oh, trust me, it's going to
Where's
happen one day.
Donnie? Oh, he must still be in there. He must be among the shot. Meanwhile, Donnie's over at his at his mistress's banging her.
Yeah.
No, what do you mean? What do you mean? Where am I? I'm still at work.
I said I would. I said I would
Pretty
text
sure-
my boss. I went home.
I'm not talking about
the
your
active
specific
shooter's not gonna go to
situation.
my
It's
home.
just that's
went
what
to a
made me
safe
what
place.
it made me think of.
I don't know, man. I heard so horrible. Anyway, but yeah.
Yeah.
I still carry like I have a pair of like traditional corded headphones I keep inside a pack just in case my cordless ones run out of battery. Still don't trust them 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
hold on,
maybe
I
I'll
just
listen
had a
to a
thought.
really good
I just
audiobook, and I can't wait half an hour for the recharge.
I just had a thought recently. I'm such a loner at my work. I might be the #1 candidate to be suspected.
That's why they put you in the windowless room, so you don't have line of sight to anyone. It's like
I had the same problem in high school. Like people thought I might be a school shooter when I was in high school. Because I'm by myself, and I'm dark, and brooding.
Oh, God. Look, it's very sad that people get like, profiled like that. At the same time, it gets tiring that like every time a tragedy like that happens, everyone goes, "Oh yeah, totally. We knew he would be the one."
Well, you remember those old? You remember those old like stick figure fights? On YouTube, those videos. When I was in high school, it was a big thing to like sort of like create bubble letters and then have like trapdoors and helicopters and stuff, and like have all these stick figures like fighting all around the fucking whatever word you were writing or your name or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, Y2K. I
And-
know how you can get 2 layers of hearing protection, but how do you get 3?
Earplugs, muffs, soundproof room.
That may be the last one, but that's all I can think of. But at that point,
Thick ass.
thick ass hood.
Oh.
I don't know if I
yes.
considered that last one hearing protection, but I guess sure, why not?
I mean, you could also say girlfriend spies, but some of you wouldn't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Not anymore.
sorry, I don't have a
I'm
dom
married.
mommy.
No, I said some of you. Look, I'm trying to alienate what little audience you have left.
Oh. Hey, don't disparage our audience.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna go
You
put
like
on
Y2K.
the background. I'm gonna go put on the background gameplay.
Mhm.
Because ooh, what the hell? No, this is. You're going away. There we go.
There you
Yeah.
Just so that there's more than just us to look at, and we'll see if this even gets us more people viewing us.
Yeah, we're for any of our audience.
Tell you
like-
what, when this
like we're doing a little test. I'm not going to explain why because it might prevent things happening, but yeah, we're testing a little something out.
tell you what,
Yeah, we're
when
doing
you
a
guys
test.
can get, when you guys can get like 1,000 viewers, I'll do a face reveal.
Concurrent?
I've already seen your face.
Concurrent, yeah.
Because we've already hit 1,000 at some point.
Nah, that doesn't count. By that logic, I'd be a millionaire.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're
Oh,
doing.
hey, we already got another person viewing.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, you put this on and I lost my train of thought. Fuck. Where were we at? School shootings, office shootings.
Profiling.
High
Back
school.
to,
Oh yeah,
High school.
profiling, high school. Yeah.
I know the stick figures things around the name. That's where we were. So you put the stick figure things around when you were drawing your name.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I I was practicing like drawing stick figures in like larger form, so I could like do them in smaller form. You know, just like in action positions, like seeing what they would look like larger, so that I could figure out how to do them in smaller forms. And there was one day that I wasn't allowed to take a test in my English class, and I just like drew up this scene with larger form stick figures and like guns and shit. And I had to get called into the principal's office to be like, "Hey, are you threatening to shoot up the school?" It's like, "Oh no, I was just drawing because I wasn't allowed to take up a test. Everybody's drawing action scenes." Like
Oh my god.
It's like, not,
It's a thing. Relax.
I didn't even realize like what they thought until like
Later.
6 years later. And I was like, oh, fuck. They thought I was going to shoot up the school. Nah. Which is weird, because my school also had a trap shooting team, so it wouldn't be uncommon for kids to, like, walk through the school with shotguns and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's...
Imagine how awkward it is to have to get the other students to jump high enough.
Huh?
This trap shooting. The
Yeah.
trap school shooter was gonna need them to do the same thing as the class.
Yeah, it... Also, by the way, it was just like a drawing I was doing just for practice to, like, try to get the limbs right and stuff on a larger scale, and somebody else saw it. Marissa Dormeyer, fuck you. And so when I threw it in the
yeah.
trash, she pulled it out and reported me to the teachers. Fucking cunt. Fuck you, Marissa.
I mean, there are weirder situations.
True. Always
I'm-
weirder situations.
I'm quiet because I'm listening. I'm not quiet because I want to kill all of you.
Yeah, I'm quiet because I'm listening, not because I'm plotting.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a better way to put it. But yeah. So, you want to dive into some of these Dear Abbeys and Am I the Assholes? Or do you want to?
I mean, we could. I could pull them up right over this if we want to, because, I mean, that's a thing.
Yeah.
Also,
Or actually, before we do any of that, let's do the very wholesome one with that, Jamal and Wanda.
Yeah, sounds good.
This is something that went viral years ago. Thanksgiving just passed. By the way, I fucking killed it at Thanksgiving. I made every man, woman, and child in that entire house laugh.
I'll bet.
Yeah. Barr, I sent it to you in DMs.
Do you want me to read it?
Yeah. Yeah, you have the best voice.
Yeah, sure. Grandma and stranger she accidentally invited to Thanksgiving dinner 9 years ago. Give heartbreaking update. They had to do the tradition differently this year. One of the most popular stories on the internet has taken somewhat of a sad turn as the 9th Thanksgiving dinner between a grandma and a man she accidentally messaged an invite to went differently this year. You've probably heard about Jamal Hinden and Wanda Dench. She texted him details for their Thanksgiving meal back in 2016, and it wasn't long before you realized she wasn't actually his grandma. I wonder what point that happened. Exactly.
Yeah. I remember seeing the, like, I remember seeing this when it initially happened. He he sent her a picture, and she's like, "All right, well, you're still welcome if you want." And that started this whole thing. They've been having Thanksgiving together every year since then.
Like this, he still asked her whether he'd be welcome for dinner, and she told him he could come, saying, "Of course you can. That's what grandmas do, feed everyone." Jamal shared the exchange on social media, and it was a dose of wholesomeness that the internet sorely needed in the years afterwards they kept meeting for Thanksgiving. Hinton was there to support her through difficult times, such as when her husband Lonnie died in 2020 during the corona pandemic, and he recently told CNN they were more of a family now.
Yeah.
There we go. With the birthday pictures. He added that they spent time with each other beyond the annual Thanksgiving dinner, and he even went with Dench for her first tattoo. Last month, Hinton shared an update from Wanda announcing she had sad news that she had breast cancer, having been diagnosed after a CT scan for bronchitis had revealed a lump. The treatment she was on for her cancer left her immunocompromised, meaning she couldn't spend Thanksgiving with Jamal. But they found a way to spend time together. She said she just recently finished up with chemotherapy and wasn't feeling at her best. And with Jamal 2 hours away, they decided this year would be best for my health if I just stayed at home. I wasn't looking so forward to meeting his family and having turkey for everybody, but we have to accept things the way they are. And sure, next year is gonna be so much better. Oh man. Pair of them still went on Instagram Live so they could have a chat with each other on the day she could speak to members of his family. Back in 2021, Netflix announced they were going to make a movie called The Thanksgiving Text about the viral tradition that had happened.
Good.
Oh yeah. Shit, that's gonna work out just great. However, that was quite a while ago and there's not been much of an update since then. Hinton said back in 2016 he first sent that message asking if he could get a plate of food. He'd been joking, but the whole thing turned out to be something amazing. Here's hoping they can meet up in person again for next year. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's nice.
It's one of my favorite stories of just like a text that didn't go to the
ended
appropriate
horribly.
person.
Stranger
and,
pulls up on
like,
the driveway.
Yeah. No, it's a beautiful moment. One reason why I really like this whole story is because I actually became friends with somebody over them texting the wrong person. They texted me. And I was like, who is this? Shout out to Alicia. We ended up being like pretty good friends over it because like I don't know, we were just joking around a lot. But yeah. No, but I like this story, and I like that they made it a tradition to always spend Thanksgiving together, and like they've done more than spend Thanksgiving together. And that she was like, "Of course you can get a plate. That's what grandmas do. We feed people." Like that's just so sweet.
Yeah,
she-
again, it's good to hear a story that has a happy ending.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope she's doing all right next year because I'm just waiting for the update from them. See their Thanksgiving photos next year.
Fuck Bob. My experience led to the cops getting called, a family in distress, and a couple of kids getting suspended. Jesus.
Yeah, it's been a lot of years.
Oh, all right. Rimshee, the next one I want to do is, and am I the asshole? The threatening to call
Yes.
police on my sister.
Oh.
Shut up, Barr.
There we go.
That one. Rimshee, you want to take this one?
Sure. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for threatening to call the police on my sister for stealing my late wife's wedding ring? I'm gonna... Based on that title alone, my first thought is no.
Well, it says wedding right, not wedding ring.
Oh. What the fuck does that mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the
They
deal.
mean
My
ring.
third...
They mean ring. I already read through some of this earlier.
They do
My
mean
30... so dude is 38 and male.
This story is fucking insane.
Anyway. Okay, so here's the deal. My wife, Emily, passed away 4 years ago from cancer. It was the hardest thing I ever went through, and honestly, I'm still not over it. We were together for 15 years, and she was my everything. When she passed, I kept her wedding ring in a little jewelry box on my dresser. It's a very sentimental item to me. Fast forward to now, my sister, Claire, who is... How old is he again? 38. So she's 3 years older than him. Has a 17-year-old daughter, Maddie, who just got engaged. Yeah, 17. I told Claire I thought it was crazy for Maddie to get married so young, but that's not the main issue.
Yeah,
A few weeks ago...
I agree. A 17-year-old engagement is don't. There's any young ones out there? Don't. Just don't.
Yeah, it's whatever. If you're gonna get engaged at 17, there's... I mean, kids do stupid shit. Chances are you're not gonna marry the person you're engaged to.
Yeah, wait for the wedding until after you're 21. If you're gonna get engaged at 17.
Like, not old enough
Anyway.
to handle a car, you're not old enough to get married.
A few weeks
Wait, what was
ago,
that,
I
Bob?
noticed...
You're not old enough to handle a car, you're not old enough to get married.
You can drive at 16 here.
Yeah.
Well, that's your fucking mistake.
A few weeks ago, I noticed Emily's ring was gone. I freaked out and searched everywhere thinking I misplaced it. But deep down, I knew that wasn't the case. I didn't want to accuse anyone without proof, but I had a feeling. Then, at Maddie's engagement party last week, guess what? She's wearing Emily's ring. I confront Claire in private and asked why Maddie had it. She tried to brush me off saying Maddie fell in love with it. I don't give a fuck when she saw it once, and Claire thought I'd want it to go to family since I wasn't using it anymore. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh,
No, you are not the asshole. Fuck no.
By the way, this is where I stopped reading because I got so fucking mad. Are you fucking kidding? If he gave it to her, sure.
Yeah,
fine.
sure.
But you stole
what a
it.
line. Like, look, your
You
wife's
stole
dead.
it.
So,
Your
Jesus
wife,
Christ.
the love of your life, your wife is dead, and you keep that ring to remember her, and your sister steals it and gives it to her daughter. That's fucking insane.
It has the balls to say that to you, to your face. It's like,
You're not using it.
Kidding.
What do you mean you're not using it? You're using it to remember your fucking wife, who died of cancer. Like, it was bad enough when John Wick got that dog and those people killed his dog. I think this is on the same level as that.
That's the sequel.
Yeah. That's a spin-off.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going. Let's see how bad this really
So,
gets.
Rimshee, as somebody who's actually like married,
Yeah.
how would you feel about this?
I would be straining not to strangle them.
Yeah, you'd be checking if you had to stand your ground law or something. Oh.
Are you kidding me? I lost it. I told her to get the ring back immediately or I was calling the cops. Claire flipped out, saying I was being selfish and ruining Maddie's big moment. I don't care! That ring was my late wife's, and it means everything to me. Now the whole family's involved. Some people are on my side saying Claire was way out of line, but others think I'm overacting because it's just a ring. And Maddie's a kid who didn't know better. Maddie's crying. Claire's calling me a monster.
It's not just
my
a ring,
parents.
It's a symbolism of their love, and she's gone. Are you fucking kidding me?
And my parents are begging me to just let it go for the sake of peace, but I can't. It's not about the ring being valuable. It's about what it represents. I told Claire I'm giving her 1 week to return the ring, or I'm filing a police report. Now everyone's calling me dramatic and threatening to cut me off if I go through with it. I feel like I'm going crazy, so am I the a-hole? Fuck no, cut them off first.
Nope. You're totally justified. You're good. Go for it.
Yep.
Cut them off before they can cut you off. Fuck them.
Yeah.
If you put a bullet in your sister's head in a video game, I would not be mad at you for it.
No. What he did
in a video game in Minecraft.
He needs to get the cops there during the wedding.
Yeah.
Just
no. If she
love you,
asked,
cats.
This is such a shitty thing. And
yeah,
her entire attitude is so
If they asked, it would be a different story. The fact that it was just taken, hell fucking no.
Well, of course you're gonna say yes. Not like you're using it. Your wife's dead. You know.
That just goes to show you how little your sister actually cares about you.
Yeah, and like maybe I'm a little bit more emotional about the dead wife thing because I just watched Good Will Hunting the other day.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. But still, like, god damn. Thanks for stopping by, cats. That just taking it and giving it to your daughter is fucking insane to me.
Like, you broach that subject in person to their face and you ask them. You do not make an assumption and you don't just trudge ahead.
Yeah, no, hold on. Let me play as his like sister, the mother of the girl that's getting married.
Hello.
Oh, sir.
That's right, that's right.
I didn't catch any of that.
Jesus Christ.
He's using his current gremlin voice, which is why he can't be on the show, to just be a gremlin.
Alright. Yeah, so let me Rimshee, you be this dude because you have like more emotional attachment because you're actually married, and like, and I'll be this one's mother because I'm much more feminine than you.
Yeah, yeah. You got that feminine penis.
Yeah. Hey. Who's here? Oh, Cats. Cats, you want to play the part?
No, this is a petition for Barr to read the feminine voice just because, you know, he can.
Oh,
Anyway,
yeah, totally.
Bye.
Like, I only do one female voice.
Thank you
that's
for-
not the girlfriend.
Alright, Cats. Absolute thank you for using the regular guest role exactly how it's meant to be used.
Yeah. Also, should I type out what I want to be said to Barr, or like, 'cause
No,
I know
you were
how
gonna do
I
this
would
bit.
I know how I would personally handle it. Actually, Barr, yeah, you go. We'll take turns. You go first. like how you would handle it if you
No,
wanted
but
your
Rimshee has
daughter.
to be. Yeah,
to
but to
have-
fit this, like Rimshee has to confront me because the guy confronted his sister over the wedding.
Are we
being
are we
messy.
confronting or what? What's
No. We're going pre-stealing the wedding ring. We're talking about asking permission for the wedding ring. That's where we're at right now.
No. Yeah, you go, because I can't game that in my head.
Yeah. So that's what I was going for. Like,
Go on.
here, how about I do it? I do it my way, just to give you like an idea, and then you do it also. Hey, bro, Rimshee. How you doing?
What's up?
So, my daughter's recently engaged, and
Yeah, I think that's a mistake, but we'll move past that. What's up?
yeah, it's. I think she's still a little too young for that too, but it's still like, I don't know. You should hear how they talk about each other. Like they seem to be like really in love. I'd honestly say that they should wait until they're after 21 before they make commitments like this. But you know, people have to make. But there's like my daughter always loved your late wife's ring, and she would kind of like to honor your wife by wearing that on her wedding day. If as long as you're okay with that, like I mean, it's really up to you. I know it's something that's important to you.
I'll have to think about it. I need to take some time to think about that because, first off, I think this is a mistake, but also that's my wife's ring. That means a lot
Yeah,
to
and
me.
it's
So
for-
I just give me time to think about it.
It's for your niece too. You know, like I'll give you time to think about it. We can come to a conclusion later.
See,
But-
it's that
but
simple.
she's- Yeah, that's how simple that is. Like- All right, Barr, you do your version. Go.
No, I don't think I can top that. No, that's the point. That's it. That's all you had to do.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
You don't steal the fucking ring, you cunt.
Like to be honest, I
And
think
then
that
rub
our
it in
little
this
role
man's
play.
face, and, you know, your wife's dead. She doesn't
Yeah,
need it. You
I
don't need
think
it. You're
that
like
this is
alone and
all-
miserable.
I think that that little role play was a little irrelevant to this situation because obviously this woman is a fucking cunt. Let's see. Like, no, there was no prior comment about Emily's ring becoming Maddie's ring. There's no, it didn't get addressed at all prior. So basically, his sister went into their jewelry to find the ring and take it without permission, knowing he would not give it. Or at least assuming he would not give it.
Or assuming that he didn't care, which is so fucking narcissistic that you would assume
Yeah.
somebody else wouldn't care about that.
Which, you know
Like-
what, to be fair, based on how she said it, Maddie fell in love with it, and Claire would want it to be in the family since you're not using it anymore.
Yeah. My
Yeah, Claire's not your sister. She was my wife. I'm your brother. You can go fuck right off. You'd be cut off. Like, if my sister did something like that, she'd be cut off right away. I'd be done. Done. No more.
Yeah, there are a few mementos that I used to have that I don't have anymore because of the period of time when I was put into the mental hospital, and my parents had to clear out my apartment because it was getting flooded and stuff. So they
Yeah.
took all my stuff out, and they threw out a bunch of stuff. one of the things that they threw out was like an empty root beer bottle. Means nothing to anybody else, but that root beer bottle was from like this fun little dinner that I had for my last year at summer camp. Like we just had we had our last supper, and like that's where that root beer bottle was from. That got thrown out.
It's trash to everyone except you.
Yeah. There's another thing that got thrown out, which was like a rock that I found on a hike along a river with a friend of mine that's now dead, and so like I kept that rock around. They threw that out. They didn't know. Not their fault.
Yeah, but this person clearly
This
knew.
was this guy's wife's wedding ring.
Right, yeah.
Like,
Oh.
I don't blame my family for throwing those things out. I miss those things because they were very nice and sentimental to me.
But at least you have the memories. And at least there was no malintent.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
but if you know, there's like,
if you know, this was his dead. She's been dead
like,
4 fucking years.
You know, I have my
That's
dad's,
not enough time for a wife to be dead.
Yeah, I have I have my late dad's Zippo on the desk in my room. I don't smoke, but I want it there. It's a keepsake. And it's like I would be extremely pissed. Like, oh well, you don't smoke anyway, so you don't need this here. No, but I want it here.
I have my great-grandfather's pocket watch.
Oh my god. Do not do the Christopher Walken bit.
No.
You're not on screen, bro.
He's checking the pocket watch.
Yeah. No, this is my great-grandfather's pocket watch that's been passed
Yeah,
down.
but you're not on screen. We can't see it.
Oh, I'm not on screen? Fuck. Shit.
Yeah.
Disappeared.
My bad. Okay.
Yeah, we're making jokes about Prison Pocket because you turned off the screen.
Yeah, I didn't turn off the screen. I bumped something and turned off my camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my great-grandfather's pocket watch.
There you go.
I can't get to it right now, but
Actually,
my
it was
Papa.
passed down.
Everyone called him Papa, but I have this Pink Panther on a motorcycle that used to belong to him.
That's cute.
Yeah, we all have things
Yeah,
that, like, emotionally
this
attached
pocket.
to.
Yeah, but this pocket watch was passed down from my great-grandfather to my grandfather, and then this was and that was on my mom's side. It was passed down from my mom's dad to my dad. He didn't even pass it off to one of his own sons.
Wow.
And then my dad passed it off to me. That is very important. If that ever leaves, and not only that, but I had a friend in high school. Her family owns like a clock and watch repair shop, and one of my best friends in high school is actually one of the people that repaired it. And then it got passed forward to me. And I'm just like, yeah. That means a shit ton to me.
No, yeah. 100% agree. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. That means a lot to
Agree,
me.
100%.
If somebody takes that from me, I'm going to kill them in my garage.
If you part with that watch, they're gonna be the departed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, set your time.
And
for
I couldn't
1/2 past
imagine like a wedding ring
from
that
your
I
late
gave to
wife,
my
yeah.
wife.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a whole other kind of shotgun wedding.
Yeah. I'm just saying how deep I feel about this pocket watch that's been passed down.
Mm.
and then
No,
repaired
no, no,
by
no. Yeah, I
like
think
an
we can all
old high
agree
school
that
friend of mine. And then but a fucking wife, somebody that you built a relationship with and shit like that? No. Fuck
yeah,
you.
definitely not the asshole in that story.
Yeah, kill your sister. That's
In Minecraft.
in Minecraft.
You know that at this point, as your fake lawyer,
For
I have to
legal
remind
reasons,
you.
that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Let's read some
No
of the
longer a disclaimer.
replies.
Oh
Because
boy.
absolutely
Oh,
not
yeah.
the asshole based on what you're saying. And I'm not sure how you could misconstrue that to make yourself look better when you're the victim.
Mm.
Yeah.
Here's what people had to say to OP. Why are they saying Maddie is just a kid? She's about to get married. She better grow up quick. I wouldn't want a ring that my deceased aunt had that meant a lot to my uncle. They're just selfish. I will disagree with the last half of this. There is the
'cause
possibility.
The sister is the one that stole it. and gave it
Yeah,
to
the
kid.
sister's the one that stole it. But also, it has nothing to do, like, there is a possibility I'd want, if I loved the aunt, or, well, if I was a girl and I loved my aunt, or I'm a guy, if I loved my uncle and he passed away, I would be happy to have that ring on,
Mhm.
as a
Oh, yeah, the
memento
girl
to him.
probably
But I
didn't
would
even
do it. I would do it with the permission of my aunt.
Yeah, much like how we did that role play earlier. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, we don't even know. Like, she probably lied to her daughter as well. Just said, "Oh yeah, here it is from your uncle."
Well, this
Everything's
guy.
stolen.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
Probably true.
She might not know anything
Yeah.
about how the ring
Yeah.
got
to
to
her.
her.
I don't think-
So, like,
As it stands now, I don't think there's enough evidence to say Maddie did anything wrong.
that's debatable. As of right now, with all the information that I currently have, I don't think Maddie did anything wrong. There might be some other
Exactly.
shit, though.
Exactly. With the
That's-
evidence we currently have, we don't have enough to say Maddie did
Yeah,
anything wrong.
it's his cunt of a sister. that
Mm.
is
Yeah,
the family.
absolutely. Whole hog. Which she is. She's a fucking porker.
Yeah.
I'm not an asshole. Shut up. Alright, next one. I completely agree. It's frustrating when people act selfish and don't understand the sentimental value of something.
Yep.
Just file a report for stolen item. Don't give her a week. Report the theft. I actually agree with that
No.
one. You should have done it.
I disagree with that.
I would have given her till the end of the day.
I don't. Yeah, but I don't want to send the cops on my family.
Bitch ain't my family no more.
Mm.
Oh no! Once I get that ring back, definitely not family anymore. But I want to give
No.
them a little. I want to give them a little time to, give it back.
Yeah, end of day. If I don't have it by end of day, you're fucked. I'm calling the cops. I'm filing a report.
Oh, so your disagreement is on the time period?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't argue with that. Yeah.
Yeah. And here it is. This is true. The longer you wait, the stronger their case. Play hardball. This is criminal.
Yeah.
Apparently
like I
they
said
added something. Sue them if it gets lost or missing. Also add punitive damages because the violation is so egregious. Sister is the legal adult and culpable. Yeah, again, with the info we have right now, we don't have evidence to say Maddie is guilty of anything.
Yeah.
So
like-
this is
like
all
I said-
straight on the sister.
Well,
Like I
apart from
said
poor
with,
judgment and getting married at 17, but that's beside the point.
like
Yeah,
I
that's
said
a
with
different
this,
story.
with this pocket watch, like I was given this pocket watch with words from my dad saying, I love the man that you've become, and I'm very proud of you. And then he gave me the watch. Like, it's so.
Wait,
Anybody
did
else
you get the
touches
right?
this watch, and
wait,
you're gonna
you get
catch
the right
some fucking
person?
hands.
Touches it without permission, at least.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Like Rimshee, I'd let you borrow the watch if you needed a cool pocket watch for an outfit or something. But
Oh
like,
yeah.
you better give that back right the fuck away. Or I'm gonna start hitting up some old affiliations from when I used to do a lot of illegal shit.
Allegedly.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
There you go. It's amazing how one button covers all our legal bases.
By the way,
Yeah,
Dina, that's
totally.
my gameplay. That is,
Yeah.
I recorded
Walk
it
it
this
before.
week. It's not Barr playing.
Wait, where are you? Is Dina in like YouTube chat?
Yeah, Dina's in YouTube.
I always forget to bring up the YouTube chat.
You know, I met earlier too. Dude, the most interesting thing, this little experiment is kind of interesting because right now we've got more viewers than we usually do.
Yeah, like I said before we started the show, it's like running Subway Surfers on a TikTok. Yeah.
But yeah, continuing on. Don't forget, her daughter received stolen property. Again, there's not
The
enough
daughter's
evidence
not
to
at fault.
Yeah, there's not enough evidence to say the daughter is at fault for any of this. Yeah, she received stolen property,
She just
but that
said
doesn't
really
mean she
liked the
knew
ring.
she received stolen property.
Her mom might have been like, "Yeah, your uncle would have liked you to have this for your marriage or some shit."
Yeah. Which I would not trust. If my mom was this mom, I would not trust her fucking word on that. I would go thank my uncle to his face. And if he said that's not the case, I'd be like, well, then here's it back. My mom's a fucking liar.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm still trying to figure out why she needed her... What? I'm still trying to figure out why she needed her late aunt's ring. There's someone fucking typed wrong. Call me old-fashioned, but isn't getting the ring her fiance's job? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, then again, she's getting married at 17. This kid probably still has an allowance.
Well, then he can get a ring
Not
pop.
gonna- Yeah, that's what she's getting, yeah.
All right. So what I learned today is actually I need to keep YouTube chat open because apparently people are getting notifications through YouTube more.
Huh.
Because Vampire, you're usually in Twitch chat, not in YouTube. Yeah.
We're running an experiment, Y2K.
it's yeah, if the guy wanted to gift the ring down, you know, I would understand it. But the fact that it was stolen and he thought that he misplaced it or something is like
no inkling. Like obviously something happened for him to come to the conclusion maybe my sister stole it. So I'm assuming experience with his sister.
Even in his story, he said like, I had suspicions, but I didn't have any proof, so I didn't want to make any accusations. And then he saw it on his niece's finger, and it's like, hold it.
Yeah, so obviously he had suspicions. It doesn't sound like she asked him or anything and just did it. Like, I don't give a fuck. If you come into my house and you go looking through my shit and you take something of mine, it really doesn't even matter if it's something I personally have a lot of emotional attachment to, or it's some fucking glue from my shop. Ask. It's that simple. Chances are, if it's like glue from my shop, yeah, sure, go ahead. Just, if you could get it back to me by this time. Thanks.
Yeah, or, like... Yeah, I'm the same way. It's like... Hey, I really like this. Oh, do you want it? Because I'm not doing anything with it right now. Like... I might give it to you. I might
That's
let
the
you
kind of
borrow
guy you
it,
are.
maybe. Like it, just like
Yeah.
There's a decent chance. There's a decent chance
Yeah.
you won't have to steal it if you just talk to me about it. There's a good
Because
chance I'll be
me,
like,
it's
sure,
like,
why
oh, I
not?
like
Go
this.
for it. It's
Oh,
yours.
you like this? And I'll just throw it out the window.
yeah, like
It-
here.
They're like, that was your cat. I don't give a shit.
Here, Rimshee. Let's do the role play thing again. It's like we're gonna do the role play thing again, but it's like a month later after that initial ask. All right.
Mm-hmm.
You've had some time to think about it and stuff. Hey, so my daughter's getting married, and like we talked about this like a month ago. She really liked your former wife's ring, and she really loved your wife, her aunt, and like she kind of wants, like, she just really liked the ring, and I think it would be really nice for her to carry on the ring into her future marriage, and it might be a good thing for them as a couple, and like carry on your wife's memory for like a good loving relationship.
Look, I'm still not 100% sold on this, but I mean, let me talk to her. I want to hear what she has to say. I want to hear what she thinks of this.
All right, Barr, you're my daughter in this case. Come on.
Hi, Mom.
Hey, honey.
This is getting ridiculous.
Why?
Yeah,
Like, we're looking over the cake swatches and the samples, and Jeffrey can't pay for that either. So,
Like, there's so much detail that's just missing from this.
Tell him what you're thinking about, like the ring and stuff.
oh, I love the ring. Amazing. I'm so glad you decided to do this for us.
Oh no! Stop! Time out. Hold on. Bart, you and I just switch roles. You be my mom.
I'm just ruining this.
Honestly, there's so much detail to this. Like, the first one, easy enough to roleplay, but with this one, we don't know where his head's at. We don't know where the daughter's head is at. We're pretty sure we've got an inkling on where the mom's head is at, because she's a fucking cunt.
Yeah. That's about it.
Total fucking cunt.
Yeah, she's the only one I think we've got a solid read on. And, she's obviously from...
No,
Now,
I mean,
he could
realistically, the daughter is probably like, no, like, this is not even.
Well, the daughter probably doesn't even know that it was
Exactly. She's oblivious.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Like, it's
Like,
possible
she
she
probably
knows, but I
expressed-
doubt it.
She
Doubt
probably
it,
expressed
super
to her
doubt.
mom that she really liked the ring,
Like, if
and then her mom
legit-
stole
like,
it and was like,
Yeah.
"Hey, your uncle
Look,
wants
if
you to have this ring."
Like, if the mom is crazy enough to just take, like, her brother's ring like that, he's also the kind of person that's not gonna tell her daughter that she swapped
Yeah.
it without permission. It just adds
It's
up.
so fucked up.
It is.
Like, yeah, call the cops on her. I'm
Yeah,
fine with
I mean, the
leak
next
one
the
thing, but, like,
next
it-
the next comment is pretty decent one. Rings are a lot cheaper if you steal them. OP is not the asshole. F those relatives who want to keep peace in the family. That's easy for them to say because nothing was stolen
Yeah.
from them. Yeah. Honestly, anyone who's just seeking to keep peace in the family, fuck you. I don't want to talk to you for at least the next couple of years. Disappear from my life for a while. My wife's ring
Yeah.
was stolen from me by someone I thought I could trust.
Like, I don't know the
Well, actually,
situation.
from the sounds of it, it sounds like he probably didn't think he could trust her, which is why he had the feeling he did.
Well, no, it's no, based on the story that was said earlier, her daughter expressed how much she really liked the ring, and I think
So
that's
mom
why he had the
decided to go get
suspicion,
it, yeah.
not because he didn't trust her. He might have known.
Hold
that
on,
his
let's
sister
go
was a
back.
cunt.
No, that statement was from the mom when he confronted her.
Mm. It is so insane how people feel entitled to shit. Like, I was gonna bring up the fact, like, this exact situation, I don't know, but I've heard it like several times. Like, people have put away money as life savings, and then a relative comes to them and say, "Oh, you should lend me that money because I want to go travel," and you're not doing anything with it. Knowing full well they're not going to pay them back. They say no, and they're like, "Well, you're just being selfish." Oh, because I want to have savings in case I get sick or something bad happens to me.
Yeah.
But I'm the asshole because you want to go to Venice.
Yeah. Yeah, in this
And
situation.
family members go, "Oh, you should have just gave them the money and not make a huge deal out of it." Because, like,
Yeah,
this
it
whole third
looks-
party. Oh,
It looks like there's no prior indication that it would have been the sister and or the daughter that took the ring, because he gives no indication that there was any prior indicator. Now, he said that that he had an inkling, but it isn't until he says he confronted his sister and she tries to brush it off by saying Maddie fell in love with it when she saw it once, which apparently was never expressed to him.
Yeah, like, this means nothing. This could just mean like her sister making her
Emotional
niece making an offhand comment. "Oh, my aunt blah 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 had such a pretty ring. I'd love to have one like it." As an offhand comment, and the mom just deciding to just go ham on this.
Yeah, honestly, I think it falls. I think there's the reason he had a feeling is because this is what his sister is like. Not necessarily that she's stolen anything before,
But there's a pattern of behavior.
but she's selfish.
Or she's done similar enough shit before.
Yeah, she may have taken money from him in the past, or taken some stuff that was less sentimental out of his room in the past. Something like that.
Yeah. This kind of stuff is never just a one-off. Like, there's usually something else.
Yeah, I think the most incriminating thing is just the line, "Well, you weren't using it." It's like,
Yeah.
I don't use this pocket watch every day, but sometimes I just look at it and, like, remember my grandpa who's dead. Like, or I think about the moment that it was gifted to me, and it was like, it was a moment that my dad said that he was, like, proud of me and stuff.
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, that would be like,
I'm
super
not,
emotional.
I'm not using it, but I'm using it,
Yeah. No, like, I don't think a reasonable person. Hell, I get this. And I'm a near sociopathic individual, so.
I'm not. Having that ring is like having a fire extinguisher. I'm not using it to put out a fire at all times, but I am using it by having it present at all times just in case.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
another
the same
thing I
thing
think
again,
about a
like
lot
is
is,
me bringing up, like, saving money for a rainy day. You're not doing anything with it right now. Doesn't mean that it's like, oh, it's clearly surplus.
Yeah,
You should be burning it right away. Otherwise, why have it? I'm like, you're that asshole.
Yeah. Another thing with this pocket watch is it also is a reminder of like how good of a person my dad is, that his wife's dad passed down a family heirloom to him.
Yeah.
100%.
That's fucking insane to me. Instead of any of his other 3 sons, he gave this family heirloom to my dad, who
Or
was
he just
married
really
to
hated
his
his
daughter.
3 sons.
Yeah.
You wanted to make it a fuck you moment.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Guess what
Nah,
my
they're
son
cool. They're cool.
Although, could you imagine though?
Yeah. I don't want to think about it. I just had a really good time with one of his sons, my uncle.
Nah,
it was-
fair. I'm just making the joke.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you're just making the joke, but I just like over Thanksgiving I was hanging out at my aunt and uncle's place. And my uncle's in the early stages of Alzheimer's.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, and I was talking to him, and it was like everything seemed normal, and then there was a point in time when he had like asked me a question for like the 3rd time in the last 2 hours. I'm like, okay, time to switch gears. We're talking about your life, bud. We're gonna start bringing up your memory. Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, exercising that shit is gonna help him long term.
Also,
Yeah, and there
silver
was
lining.
and
you
there
could
was
Go on.
there was one point when we got to something that he just couldn't remember. He couldn't grab the memory. I'm like, hey, we're gonna move on past this. Keep trying, but like, you know, sometimes things just don't come to the brain. We're gonna keep talking about other stuff now. But if it comes to you, definitely bring it up. And then so we just like kept talking. Like I was talking to him all night. Mostly like he was like the main person I was talking to all night.
There you go.
And we had a great time. Turns
You
out he
keep
has a lot of
yeah.
deep respect for comedy and stuff like that. And
There
like,
you go. You could keep workshopping bits with him. He's not gonna remember the times you bombed.
I know, so I can
Yeah.
yeah, every time I do the bit and
Doesn't
do it
worry. No
slightly
problem.
differently, I just have to figure out where he laughs, and then I
There.
wait an hour, and then
Oh my god, that's what a comedian has to volunteer in an old folks' home. Just kidding.
Barr, that's an excellent fucking bit.
There you go.
I don't work out my material at clubs. I work out my material at old folks' homes, where everybody doesn't remember the bits I did, and then I just rework them an hour later.
Yeah. It's like working a dozen clubs all in the same night.
Yeah, I don't need to go to multiple clubs. I just need to I just need to have a snack and wait a minute.
Oh, I just read a couple more comments, and OP eventually said, "You're absolutely right. I'm not waiting any longer. I'll take action to get the ring back and make sure everything is handled properly. Thanks for the advice."
Yeah. Y2K, you can't say stop me if you've heard this one because they don't remember.
Yeah.
No, but my uncle got so caught up on like one like local children's show host. I brought it up to my mom. I was like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" She was like, "Oh, wow, I'm surprised he remembers that." Because it was just like a little local channel children's show host in the Seattle area. Other than that, I had a great conversation with him.
Yeah.
Oh, I told my aunt and uncle of how my parents got together. Because apparently they had no idea. And how my parents got together is my dad was in a relationship and engaged to somebody else. And my mom was moving to Portland, Oregon. And she told my dad, she was like, hey, I can get you a job, and there's other openings in the apartment complex you're going to. So, I mean, if you want to go, you can go. And my dad broke off his engagement, packed up his truck, and just moved to Portland.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Apparently that bitch weren't worth it.
Yeah, and the conversation kept going, and people were asking, like, yeah, I wonder where she's at now. And I'm like, oh, no, don't worry, she died a year later.
Oh.
I'm just joking, guys. She didn't. like I held that pause for a minute, and it was like, ooh. And then I was like, I'm joking, guys. And then everybody fucking laughed. Like, when I say I killed it on Thanksgiving, I fucking killed it on Thanksgiving.
Just like that bitch your dad used to be engaged to.
There's no
Oh, yeah.
evidence
Now,
that.
yeah. Now she's the bad person. Clearly the villain of the
For
story.
legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Oh, man. Alright, we have at least 7 more minutes to go. I don't know if we should keep going through these comments or go to another one.
We should go to another one. And we've... Do you have a drop dead time? Because I've got another hour of footage, so we can keep going for a while.
Jesus Christ.
I'm down to keep going. Yeah.
It's only so long it can behave, so.
I've had a very rough 2 weeks. So like,
that's
I don't know
okay,
where I'm gonna
buddy. It's okay, James.
Oh, we could
can
start
always
talking
make it
about
worse.
nuclear power.
There you go. Yeah.
I mean, we do have Fallout in the background right here.
Or as I like to call it, Ukraine 2025 footage. Sorry, folks.
What is there to talk about nuclear power? It's fucking awesome. People have a massive misconception about it, and it's fucking annoying to talk about. And I don't think anybody in the audience right now disagrees with anything I just said. Do you want to talk about it for the sake of prosperity, or do you want to...
No, I don't know. You wanted to talk about it at one point, and was that Sir? Because we ended up getting on it, how it's just cleaner than just about anything else. It's the most carbon neutral of all the power sources.
Yeah,
Somehow,
like everything you see coming out of those stacks, that's just water vapor.
Yeah.
That is literally steam.
Because it's a cooling system. It's just
somehow Germany is backing out of nuclear now in Europe.
What? No, they've been backed out of nuclear for like 2 years, 3 years at this point.
Yeah, idiots. Goddamn idiot.
And
yeah, the problem.
Their carbon
with nuclear
footprint has
power-
increased.
Yeah, well, maybe don't burn.
Along
so
with
much.
their power
Whatever.
outages.
Hmm.
Their power
A lot of
outages and their carbon footprint has increased.
Yeah, this is why we're not gonna get any Fallout Germany.
Yeah, and a lot of the nuclear power problems that are out there is because of the fear mongering about nuclear power, and like because of the fear mongering, they aren't able to update the nuclear power plants because they don't get
makes
the
it worse,
funding because
yes.
people are afraid, and because people are afraid and they aren't able to update, that can potentially cause problems. Allow them to update, we'll be fine. It's such clean energy. You could live 1 block away from a nuclear power plant and get less radiation than sleeping next to another person. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, maybe don't sleep around with chemo patients so much.
Well,
Chemo's not radiation therapy, though. Chemo is chemical, not radioactive.
Don't bring logic into a good bit. Shut the fuck up.
I only cuddle chemo patients. I support good, healthy mental health. Chemo
I
patients
also
need
only
cuddles,
cuddle chemo patients. No further.
Yeah. Me too. They're too weak to resist.
Do people call it cuddle rape? Sure. Am I sneaking into the hospital? Sure.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. For legal reasons, that's a joke.
Look, no, that's not it. I'm just really insecure about the fact that I'm bald, and I want someone who can't bring it up.
Yeah, but you aren't.
I can't even.
You aren't. Sorry.
Go on.
You aren't actually bald. You got like the Jean-Luc Picard thing going if you don't shave your head.
Yeah, that's called being bald.
Yeah.
And I want someone balder.
However, the surgeries are great. You can have a full head of hair if you want, but you have a good head to be bald. So like.
Yeah, I do. I can pull it off.
Yeah, I've thought about shaving my head just to see what I would look like bald.
No,
Probably
okay,
not be good.
Moment of honesty.
I literally did this move to. I was hanging out with all my cousins who are all bald. On my mom's side. I was just like, yeah. You know, I just wear the hat.
Ah, you asshole. You ass. Jesus. Hey, how about you go get their dead wives' wedding rings while you're at it, too.
Yeah.
Ask for their combs, because they're not using it anymore.
I also love the fact that, like, normal hair,
got any
my
spare
hairline is
shampoo bottles in
anything
your
but
house?
normal. If I were to buzz it, you'd see this fucking crazy-ass hairline. You can already see the fucking crazy-ass hairline. But so many people go like, oh yeah, you're going a little bald. No, my head's been that way my entire life. I had my
you've always had that hairline.
Yeah. I had my cousin's husband go, oh yeah, you're not going bald, but your hairline's starting to recede a little bit. I had to tell him, no, that's just how my hair is. When I was in boot camp, an officer actually pulled me off to the side, thinking that this was the result of some abuse from the drill instructors.
I mean, to be fair, it is the Marine Corps, so it was a logical guess.
Well, I'm sitting there like terrified. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? And when he finally asked me about my haircut, I was like, oh, thank God.
Yeah, there was a point that like my hair was thinning, and it was a point that I was like in like super depression mode. After the hospital, after being medicated, after doing a bunch of therapy, and like I'm not in super depression mode anymore. I'm just like, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, my hair was thinning a bit due to like stress and depression.
That happens to people.
But
I'll be honest, like,
and
I don't think I'll ever.
One trait I also do have though that I got from my mom is my hair's starting to go not gray but silver. I get a bunch of silver hairs,
There you
which
go.
is kind of cool.
No, men can pull that off. Absolutely. Salt and pepper.
Yeah, my mom. Yeah, my mom went. No, my mom didn't have gray hair. She had silver hair at like 25 after I was born. And I'm getting a lot of those now. Like they're legit shiny. It weirds me out kind of. I don't know how they're shiny like that.
What, gray hairs?
No, they're silver.
They're
Like
that
they
shiny.
literally have like a sort of like metal sparkle to them. It's
There you go.
Yeah.
You know, people pay to do that shit to their hair, so they're
Yeah.
gonna accuse you of that. Look at you.
I would have as a kid, but I would not anymore.
No, I like it because I have dark brown hair. Like having just like an occasional hair everywhere that's like kind of shiny, kind of nice. I kind of like it.
Yeah, I've got white hairs in my beard on occasion. I've got silver or white hairs like right over here on occasion.
Yeah.
It's whatever, man.
I mean, I only have I have graying hair on my beard. That's the only thing that's changed for the last 10 years, basically, in my looks.
There's been a few times I've been accused of wearing a hat because
You're
like,
balding.
hey, are you balding? I'm like, nah.
You just pull it off. It's like that bit.
No, my hair's just not long, and my hair's too long to be kept out of my face.
Yeah,
but it's
that
not long
bit
enough for me to tie back.
Yeah.
So
Joe Rogan gets heckled outside the club. 2 girls call him fat, and he just lifts the hoodie. He shows the 6-pack.
Oh yeah. I remember that. That's
kind of like
that's a fun video. Yeah. By the way, Barr, did you watch Joe Rogan's last special?
Burn the boats. Yeah, I did.
What did you think of it?
It's okay. It wasn't amazing. There's like maybe like 2 laugh out loud jokes in there.
I thought it was terrible.
It's not his best work. I'll admit.
Halfway through it, I called Nick and I was like, "Okay, I'm willing to call myself a comedian now."
Like, here's the problem. Once you get like, it's very hard to stay. It's very hard to stay funny when you have Spotify. Look, it's very hard to stay funny when you have Spotify. Okay.
I get it, but it was bad, dude.
You know what? Unironically, it's that thing where comedians need to
sorry,
go out
it wasn't.
there
It wasn't
live
the
a
worst.
life.
It wasn't like Gringo Poppy, but it was bad, dude. Be honest.
It's the fact that like all he does most of the time is just the podcast or stuff that's fun but not exactly relatable.
He only performs in front of crowds that like him. He's not. He's
Yeah,
done.
yeah. You know what? It's not easy to do the tight 5 in front of a lynch mob, Jables. I don't know if you heard.
Yeah,
that.
and to be fair, are you really gonna film a special in front of people who aren't gonna laugh at the special?
No, it's not. It has nothing to do about the special. I'm saying everywhere he goes, he's just around people that already like him. Like it's not.
No, I do think like
he's-
the explanation, he has the problem that every older successful comic has. It's like you're not struggling anymore. And whatever made you big isn't there. It's that simple. It's like it's not like there's no ulterior motive there. Like he's gotten like richer than God, he has a super popular podcast. Everything's going well for him.
Yeah.
Like you become a different person than the person you were, so your material is gonna be different. A lot of it was like half of the shit he said on that special was stuff that he's already said during his podcast. Some of the same thoughts and musing, he was trying to make them into bits.
Yeah, and that's fine. I don't think it was deserving of a
just-
special though.
Yeah, exactly.
That's more of my point. Like it's that wasn't a special. That was him. It felt like him working out an hour-long set.
Yeah.
It's not like. Yeah.
He could have done way better. Yeah, agreed. But he has to have the motivation to do so.
Yeah, but he can't get that motivation because he's constantly surrounded by yes men now. That's a whole thing.
Well, that's the issue with being an older comic in general, or older in whatever industry you're in. You end up surrounded by people who want to suckle at the teat of your success, and therefore
rich, because
Yeah.
a lot of yes men show up once you have all that money.
I mean, look
I
at
think the only comedian that's avoided that is Carlin and Pryor.
I don't know.
I don't
Carlin
think
hasn't been able to avoid it in death. Did you see that AI
Jesus.
special?
Oh,
Don't
oh,
fucking bring
oh.
up Rimshee. I've already ranted to you about that fucking AI special.
I know. I think we talked about it on the show.
Like, can we
My
be
feelings are the
happy it
same whether
sucked?
it's on the show or not. I fucking hated that so much. I think it was
Like,
I think it was a fucking sacrilegious fucking mistake of something to do. Fuck you, Will Sasso. I do like your podcast, the CISO podcast, but it's like doing something like that was so fucking disrespectful, and like even George Carlin's daughter fucking hated it. So like,
yeah.
just stop it. Let him be dead.
Yeah. Can we be relieved though that it sucked? Because I think it would be far more terrifying if it was like a good Carlin bit done by AI. Like, imagine it actually killed.
No,
You
no,
couldn't.
No.
Imagine that though. I think it would have been worse.
Did you watch it?
I watched like half of it. Then I stopped.
Oh, I-
It was like, oh, this is just AI slop. Like everybody. uploads.
I watched the whole thing. It was
Mm.
like 1 degree off of everything that Carlin would have actually said, and that's why I find it disgusting. Is because it's not.
No, I think it was worse than that because it's like, oh, let me take like the last years of like bitterness and ranting, but not make it funny.
Yeah.
That would have been like Carlin's work. That would have been Carlin bombing on stage. Level of accurate.
Well, Carlin's later years only worked because everybody knew about him from 7 Words onward. You know,
Yeah.
like it's a.
He was able to
concept I've been
build on what he
trying-
had done.
Yeah, it's a concept I've been trying to convey for a while. It's like because a lot of people are like new to Chappelle, but they don't know about Killing Them Softly,
Mm-hmm.
and they're coming into like whatever Netflix specials he put out, like the 3 Birds or whatever.
It's like bands and like how people
yeah.
have like they blow up with one album and nobody remembers what the fuck they ever did before. No, I
Yeah.
get what you're doing.
Yeah, it's so like when it comes to Carlin, because I have personal experience with this. I introduced my nephew to one of George Carlin's later specials,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I came up with this whole theory. Is like he didn't like it that much.
Mm.
And then I showed him George Carlin's earlier stuff, and he liked that a lot more.
Yeah.
So it's like it's about the audience like seeing the growth of the comedian.
Yeah. It
that
has to be
kinda
taken
matters
in
a bit more.
context. Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
like- Yeah.
Huge difference
That's the
between
pro-
starting out and then actually building on what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
No,
It's like
and
showing
so,
someone.
when it came to George Carlin's latest special,
Mm.
it was people knew who he was, they knew what to expect. They were cool with it. But if you just throw somebody into that latest one, it's just like that's just an old man yelling at clouds.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
like
No, the problem is
It's
though,
like
a lot
Lord of the
people-
Rings. It's like watching Return of the King without watching the first 2 movies
yeah.
and having no context for from the first 2 movies.
I still
Yeah,
think
exactly.
It's worse
Yeah, I think
'cause,
that's a
like,
good way to put it.
Because I feel like a lot of comedians try to just bite into what Carlin was doing, into like that kind of like aggressive social commentary, give no, f's about it, but like without again like that path towards it, that context, because like, oh, this is what he was doing, and I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm like, you're not Carlin, and you're just starting off doing that exact same thing.
Yeah, and I feel like that's what Joe Rogan was trying to do in the latest special, but he's not Carlin.
That's a reason not to appreciate it.
I have several other reasons. But...
No, people are entitled not to like things.
Yeah. And I'm fine. Like, if you liked the Joe Rogan special, good for you.
No, I
Yeah,
didn't.
you
it
had
wasn't
a fun time.
I mean, it was.
There were some jokes that made me laugh, but it wasn't Carlin making me laugh. It was, this is kind of funny as a standalone joke.
No,
I'm also like so fucking deep into, like, I'm watching all these specials. I'm constantly like very deep into the comedy community.
Yeah. You're gonna have a different feeling.
My nitpicks are so like.
No, you have a higher threshold for what you like, you don't like, etc. Yeah.
Or
it's
like
your thing.
he kind of stole some jokes from Gringo Poppy and stuff, like, or maybe not. Stealing's a strong word. He did some of the same jokes that Brendan Schaub did in Gringo Poppy.
Jesus Christ! I mean, if you gotta steal from someone, you're not gonna steal from Brendan Schaub.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so these are things that I see because I'm so like involved in comedy communities and stuff. Like it's and not the average person seeing it. Like my sister's boyfriend, he actually really liked that Joe Rogan special. And then I told him, like, halfway through the special, I called one of my friends and I was like, I am now a comedian. If Joe Rogan's a comedian, I'm a comedian.
Good on you.
Yeah.
No, again,
this was also after
not a good.
I've already been called a comedian by another headliner, comedian Sam Talent. Sam Talent called me a comedian, and I said, nah. But I saw that special, and I was halfway through it, and I was like, nope, I'm a comedian. Sam Talent was
there
right.
You go.
Like...
There you go. There's a silver lining. Now, my problem is, again, like, it's like when we watched that Amy Schumer special, I'm like, there were like 2 good jokes in here. They're mostly at her husband's expense. 3, and one that like she got from her writers. That does not make for a good special.
What are you talking about? There were hundreds of great jokes during that. They were made in our voice chat while we were watching it. But, like...
Yeah, but if I'm having to
I'm having to provide my own entertainment for your special, you fucked up.
Anthony Jeselnik has a new special out, and I'm nervous to watch it. Because he's a comedian I respect a lot, and there's been a lot of comedians letting me down lately, so I don't know.
Oh, that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Look, man, sometimes you just gotta rotate. That's why I like watching Kill Tony, because like as much as a lot of people just eat it on stage, once in a while you just get some raw goddamn talent that's just brilliant.
Yeah.
For different reasons.
Speaking of Kill Tony, if any of you guys watch it that are in the audience, Chloe LeBranche is a fucking liar. She's been doing comedy for like 15 fucking years. and she went on Kill Tony to try to get some clout.
You said she had just started.
Yeah.
Oh man.
She is a good comedian. I'm not gonna take that away from her, but like
Yeah, but
her
don't
Kill
pretend like,
Tony
Still
oh, I
weird.
she
just
was a fucking liar.
I started doing this last month.
Yeah, and that might be part of the bit or something, but like, come on, Chloe. Chloe, I've been seeing on Real Ass Podcast for the last like 5 years.
Yeah.
Pavros wants to know what we think about Matt Rife. First off, who is Matt Rife?
I know who he is.
I know who he is.
God, that.
He's
Go on. You can explain better.
he's a very attractive person that's relatively good at crowd work. Has a large female audience. I think it's terrible. And I think one of the funniest things he did was after a special release and people got mad about that domestic abuse joke, he tweeted out a link to helmets for people with special needs. I think that was hilarious.
Like,
All right.
I mean, Rife is interesting because, again, like so many comedians kind of.
Yeah, I think it's pretty
lean into-
good.
Yep,
But
like
it's
to lean into the whole, oh, look at me, I'm funny looking, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that. I'm like, no, I'm me. And I don't do that gimmick.
Well, he had surgery for like his teeth and stuff.
Yeah.
Of course,
Well,
I left
yeah,
something
but-
out about him, Pav. It was not relevant. I didn't even know who he was, so if there was going to be drama, I was going to find out.
No, it was.
I don't
it's
even know what
just a-
drama there is about him.
Wait, drama about who?
Matt Rife.
No, I think the only drama was that whole domestic abuse joke that I know of.
There was also drama that he might have gotten the Are You Garbage producer fired. Yeah. Yeah, Toby, what's his face?
Yeah. Basically, he's
Ball.
wondering what...
Ability as a comic.
Bob wants to know how he is as a comedian, which I think you already covered.
Oh,
He's okay.
yeah, his ability as a comedian, yeah, he's fine.
I think it's always the, like, you don't expect him to be as funny as he is. But once you have that preconception gone, you're like, oh, okay, now I can just focus on what you do.
I never.
Run of the mill. You're okay.
Yeah, I never go into like any comedy special with preconception.
But
There's
people have that though. So
Yeah, there's a comedian, Adrienne Appolici. She just released a comedy special. It's called The Dark Queen or some shit like that. It's on Netflix. Last time Louis C.K. performed at Madison Square Garden. She was like one of the openers.
right.
And I opened up that special because I didn't necessarily remember her set, because while she was on, I was like doing dishes and like getting dinner ready so I could like eat and watch Louis. Yeah, no, she's a great comedian. I wasn't in the mood that night for
That
that
happens.
type of comedy.
Yeah.
I watched about like 5 to 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm not in the mood for this. But I get it. But yeah, definitely check her out. She's very funny. And that special picks up at about the 20-minute mark, by the way. Yeah.
But there's just comedians you vibe with or you don't. Like for
Yeah,
me,
that-
like,
Yeah, you're either gonna find
that-
them funny or you won't.
or you
Kind of like
won't,
Amy
yeah.
Schumer. Most people don't find her funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird. Smiling through the screen.
It's like if the biggest
I-
joke you have
I
is something
did
your
like-
autistic
I did
husband
like-
said. Is it really your joke?
Yeah. I did like a lot of Amy Schumer's old shit. I was more like a Sarah Silverman guy. That like
Yeah, well, I liked Amy Schumer shit when it was still Patrice O'Neal's. Oh yeah, boom me.
At least Sarah Silverman kind of knew when to call it quits.
Yeah. That's fine. She just
Mm.
like does acting now. She has enough money. She's cool. She's just chilling.
Like the funniest
She
thing
still
Sarah
out?
Silverman ever did was getting punched in the face by Ryan Phillippe. Way at the gun.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
Yeah, if you guys want like non-white dude comedian recommendations, I've got a handful of them that I could recommend to you.
Oh no, there's a lot of like funny people out there.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Funny doesn't know race.
Mm.
Apparently it does know sex though.
Yeah. You know, I really like it if female comedians could do a bit without bringing up sex.
Or
Just, you know,
vagina.
every once in a while. Yeah.
Yeah, check out Ms. Pat.
Oh, Miss Pat is good. I've seen
Yeah.
some of her stuff.
Ms. Pat, Katie Boyle, Kim Congdon.
Like it's not an absolute thing. There are plenty of women comedians who make jokes that are good.
Ah!
It's just
They're so far and
It's
I
just-
thought you were just gonna die off at like there are plenty of female comedians that make jokes.
I put the pause
I
in
just
for a
named
reason.
all
Thank you very
Kathleen
much.
Madigan. That's an old school one. That's great. I love
Like,
Kathleen
people
Madigan.
don't understand. Like women have been putting on the work in the business for like decades now. That also kind of pisses me off whenever I hear someone interested in going, "I'm the first blah blah blah." No, you're not. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the first
Oh,
woman action
it's-
hero. No, no, that
Linda
was
Hamilton would like to have words with you.
Yeah, no, I feel the same way.
Sigourney Weaver would
Sigourney.
beat you to the Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney.
Sigourney Weaver would beat you to that if that was even hers to take,
Yeah.
which I'm
That was such
not convinced.
It's just so insulting to say that. Like, well, first of all, it's not true. Second of all, way to erase the people that actually paved the way for you to have a career.
Yeah, it's like a lot of comedy just fucking irritates me. Like like I mentioned Kathleen Madigan. Nobody knows who she is. Fantastic. She's hilarious. She's great. Joan Rivers. Possibly top comedian of that time.
Yep.
Once Richard Pryor died. And
Dolly Parton, not a comedian, but you look at the acting roles she's taken. 9 to
Dolly
5,
Parton,
prime
right.
example.
people like to think there's a lot of people out there that like to think that we just like devalue women and shit like that. No, these are all women that I praise.
Yeah.
Ms. Pat, praise her. strong black woman from Atlanta that got her titty shot off one time.
Yep.
It's like
What
she's
happened?
got wild stories. She was pregnant at 13. Their stories are fucking nuts. Joan Rivers, too much plastic surgery, hilarious as hell all the time. Sigourney Weaver. Never mind. Fuck her
Never-
name. Rimshee fucked it up earlier. Now I can't fucking say it.
Sigourney. That's the non-English native.
Yeah.
Sigourney Weaver. Yeah,
Yeah.
the issue is that there's a local store called Sigonia's, and that's what throws me off every time.
Oh, Jables, I don't know if we told you. We played one of the most epic Where is Barr from?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, that's right.
Oh, here's the twist. The guy I was playing it against was Portuguese. He still didn't guess.
But he came the closest out of everyone. And the only reason...
Still wouldn't believe when I told him. We had a moment where we were both talking in Portuguese at each other.
Wait, who just popped in and left?
Sir, you missed that one.
What a
The most
Beato.
epic game of Where is Barr from? Even I didn't know how that one was gonna end.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came so fucking close, and he only forgot that there wasn't an English port, or that there was an English port in Portugal at one point, which is really funny considering he's Portuguese.
That's fun. That's one of my favorite games to play.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
Bob was there for that one. You weren't. Hey man, it happens. But he hadn't been around for that one in forever now. I don't think we're ever gonna get one as crazy as that one though.
You know, shit like this happens and none of you DM me.
Oh, we wouldn't know. Also, it happened during November 5th.
It's not... Yeah, it's also not like you respond.
Tell you what, next time that we're playing Where is Barr from, I'll be sure to
It
DM
just
you.
depends on the time of day. I have to wake up at like 4 in the morning for work. Yeah. I think now's a good time to cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go ahead and gut it off right now. That works fine.
Yeah,
All right.
Feel free to come hang out in the Discord. We've been here. Lesser Saints Discord. Link to the Discord is down in the description. Thank you everybody for joining us. We really appreciate it. Yeah, have a good night. See you
Have a
next
good night,
week.
everyone.
Same time, same place.